Hey, what's going on? It's Josh. I am here with Dan Furnari, drummer for Polaris, ahead of what looks like the busiest year of all time for any band ever. Looking at the schedule for 2026, we've got coming up this next weekend here in Adelaide, the Froth and Fury Festival, Polaris's own show, Life's a Beach, LINKIN PARK, and that's just the beginning. So Dan, thanks so much for chatting with me today.
Yeah, dude, that's very stoked to be chatting to you. It's I wouldn't say it's weird. It's not like the most stacked year in terms of like actual number of shows that we've done or that many artists do. But it is in terms of like the quality and the I guess the scale of what we're doing is probably a better way of putting it. The quality, I suppose, remains to be seen. I like to hope that we'll do a decent job. But like just in terms of the diversity of what we're going to get to do this year is really exciting. Everything we're doing is like a little bit different to the last thing, going from like a couple of headline festivals in Adelaide and Perth for Froth and Fury, which is Perth was incredible last weekend. Adelaide should be just as amazing. And then going into, putting on our own festival in Victoria for the first time, something we've been really curious to kind of try out. And that's a really exciting moment for us. And we'll be playing a whole different set list for that compared to what we're doing this coming weekend, which is actually a very big undertaking to totally flip everything around, especially when we're also in and out of the studio at the moment. And then we go, within a matter of weeks, we'll be on with LINKIN PARK, which is pretty much like the biggest bucket list goal I could ever have imagined. I don't think, even in all the years of us supporting some of our favorite artists of all time, like whether it was like Architects and Parkway and Bring Me the Horizon in Mexico, all of these things that are literally just a dream level. Supporting LINKIN PARK, who I've been maybe one of my first ever favorite bands in that genre since I was 12, and what they've done for the scene, that's just a whole other kettle of fish. It's just so mind-blowing and such a privilege to have this like once in a lifetime moment. And then from there, it's going to America with Electric Callboy. Who, for anyone who's not familiar, which I think most people by now,
most people would be for sure.
German techno metal hybrid that's going to be so different to any band we've ever toured with before. And I think that's going to be an amazing experience, getting to play to their fans and watch the show they put on. And then later in the year we've got
big festivals.
Well, we got a couple of festivals in the middle of that tour. We're playing some dream venues. Welcome to Rockville, Sonic Temple. We're playing Red Rocks, which I've wanted to play my entire life. That's just like just to walk into that Red Rock Amphitheater in Colorado and look around will be surreal as hell. And then so that's all crazy. There's some real huge dream venues over there, and I just can't wait for that. I also can't wait to be like, I love the diversity of the tour as well, the fact that everyone's a bit different. And then we've got an amazing tour with I Prevail in Europe. Not too far off, also playing some killer spots, and they're lovely guys and a terrific band. I think we'll learn a lot from watching how they put their show on. And then we've got Australia's first ever metal boat cruise. With a bunch of our friends playing, and that's just like, what more can you ask for in a year? I think when we get this little gap in the middle of the year, it'll be a really welcome break.
Oh, for sure. Especially if you
prep for that.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you are in the studio, which is exciting to hear, then you'll need some time to calm down and sit down and focus on that, I guess.
Oh man, I keep telling people, I've been telling people since November, we can hang out in late March. That's about a bit and there's a couple of weeks there in which, and it'll still be busy. We're still going to have a lot of projects to work on, but I'm like, okay, once my heart rate drops a little bit and I can chill for a little and have some of the majority of this really intense busyness calm very temporarily for maybe a fortnight or so before we throw ourselves into like a 5 to 6 week US run. I might have time to catch up and have some chill time with some friends and family. And then the middle of the year we'll get a little bit more of a break. But we rarely do seem to get a break. Is rarely a break for us, because a break usually means, oh cool, we can work on this thing that's being needed to be figured out. So it's like
that's the time when you actually get to work. When we get the break is when we can sit down and do our thing.
Yeah, and it's like, there's so much to figure out, especially when it comes to things like, we're working, when you're working on new material and stuff like that. It's not as simple as wrap up an album whenever we wrap it up. And it's like, there's always things. There's the art, there's the videos, there's the booklet, there's so much planning to do. But yeah, in saying all of that, I would hate for that to come across as complaining, because it's an absolute privilege to do what we do, and every year seems to bring new and exciting things. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's very exciting this weekend for Adelaide, because we haven't had a festival. Basically, Soundwave was the last one, but before that, we had the Big Day Out, and the Big Day Out was always at the showgrounds. So this is the first showgrounds big festival since Big Day Out days. So for Adelaide, this is a giant deal this weekend, and you guys are headlining. So it must be.
We're playing the Big Day Out venue?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Oh, now I'm intimidated.
Yes.
That's scary. I'm like,
it's going to be
we're not, I'm like, shit, man, we're not the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But that's awesome. You know what I love is that I think we're starting to, and this is such a big part of what you've just said, plays so much into this. I think it sounds like you kind of grew up in that Big Day Out Soundwave era, like I did. My first festival was, I went to Big Day Out when I was 15. One of my older cousins was kind enough to take me and one of my best mates, and which meant to convince my mum to allow us to go. You know, had to have that older chaperone, and which was great. Shout out Chris Furnari. And we that was such an incredible experience, and that like awakened, for me being a 15-year-old, like running across the Olympic
Getting
Park
to that next
for 12 hours, dude. Like I didn't miss a thing. I watched like 12 bands in 12 hours. I wasn't stopping. I was dehydrated and falling over and watching, whatever it was. Who was that year? Probably like Rise Against, and like, did Muse play that year? They might have played the following year. I don't know. It was like, I went to like 3 Big Day Outs before they canceled, before they ended. Yeah. And I feel so lucky to have had that. And we also got the best last couple of years of Soundwave too. Like I'll never forget the Soundwaves I went to. And then obviously we saw those things kind of stop. And I had a moment when I went to Good Things in Sydney the other day and walked into what was the old, essentially the Soundwave site and the Big Day Out site. And it's Good Things has only just, I think Good Things has only just reached that place where they're putting it onto that scale. And, we've had it's been over a decade now of the Australian festival scene kind of regrouping and regrowing. And we've lost Splendor, and we've lost so many of these great things in addition to the metal festivals. We've had Download come and go. Yeah. We've had Unify really occupy a really great space for a while. And now that's kind of come to at least a pause, if not a full stop, I'm not sure. But to walk in and go, I walked in and I as soon as I found our booking agent, Ash, I grabbed him. I was like, we're back. Yeah. It's like, I feel like I'm at Soundwave again or Big Day Out again. Like, holy shit, congratulations. We're like, it's coming back. And so for Adelaide, I imagine you guys must feel really similarly to finally have an event like that, going on. And what you've just said makes me like so much more excited for this weekend than I even already was. Like, to be a part of something that's hopefully special for the city is extra special for us. I'm hoping we're bringing the kind of show that people will be really excited about. And we're trying to deliver our very best. And I'm pretty psyched to give people a nice big metal show in Adelaide, because it's been a hot minute, you know what I mean?
That is for sure. It has been a very long time. And that with that excitement for the old days, for the old festivals, is that what you are looking to bring with your own show, or how did that come about? Where does this wanting to put on your own show come from?
Well, I mean, it's, you always just, I guess we all aspire to do the things that we've witnessed, from the people that we look up to. And like, I want to give, if I guess going back to what I was saying before about being 15 and going to the Big Day Out and what that felt like is I'm being like, I'm probably one of the only kids at my school, in my whole school, that's at this event right now. No one's going to believe what I just saw. That feeling. Like, I had a moment in Europe recently when we were walking around the biggest, a whole month of festivals. And I was like, wow, I remember when I was a kid and I spent 11 months of the year dreaming of Soundwave and Big Day Out. Like, it was like, it was like the number one, the biggest thing I looked forward to all year. Like, when's the lineup dropping? My friends would be messaging each other on MSN Messenger, like, it's out tomorrow. AJ Matter just tweeted. And it was
AJ, those were the days.
It it was crazy. But the excitement around that, you'd spend a whole year thinking about that one festival.
Yeah.
And to be able to do that for a month straight, I was like, who could have ever told me that that would become a part of my life, to get to walk around, just see a festival every day, let alone be backstage or playing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
All of those things are phenomenal. When you combine them all, it's just mind blowing. And I think we try to make sure we kind of still stop and take stock and smell the flowers of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, the ability, I guess, like that ability to give anyone, hopefully, something even close to the feeling that I had and still have when I walk around a festival, that sense of like wonder and awe that I like to think I'm still holding on to. You know?
Yeah.
I think it's not gone away yet. The novelty hasn't worn off, but like that, there's nothing quite like a whole day of music with a whole bunch of people who are really enthused about it. A festival has something really different to your regular concert in a theater or an arena or even a stadium. I think there's so many beautiful things about all of those, and festivals are just so unique. Like it's just such an amazing way to spend a day, and I just want to give people a taste of that excitement and the look on on people's faces when you set off that first blast of pyro.
Yes.
And feeling that heat on your face, on your own face.
If you're not expecting it, it is like, especially if you're close and that first one hits you, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, there's something I have a lot of fun watching that first reaction. Like I always try to remember when's the first blast coming, and I'm gonna lock eyes with somebody in the front row and just try and gauge there, because they never know exactly when it's coming, especially if it's the first time we're running that show. It's just knowing that you have an opportunity to create that experience for someone, or for many someones. It's like, well, if we have that, we're going to lock in and maximize it, and we're going to spend a lot of the budget that we have to put on a sick show, and not just cash in on everything. It's like, it's really got to be like, we really, one of the most important things to us is giving people something that's really rewarding, something memorable. We don't want to hold much back, you know what I mean?
And you've got incredible. You've built an incredible lineup as well. So you're bringing international bands down. How did you guys pick the bands for the show? How did that happen? Sorry,
are you talking currently in regards to Froth and Fury in Adelaide or Life's a Beach?
Life's a Beach.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I mean, for Life's a Beach, we were really lucky. It's just, we're fortunate to we're fortunate to be I guess part of an agency roster that brings a lot of bands out. Just to be totally transparent, it's like we're really lucky with the relationship we have with Destroy All Lines has been really great for us to be able to it was kind of a matter of us looking at this opportunity we had to put on a show in a really unique location. And in this regard, it was in putting on our own festival, it was something that we kind of toyed with a lot in the past. We've seen a lot of great bands do it, whether it was our friends, bands like Alpha Wolf, and Northlane did something many years ago that was like their own festival of sorts, but was really inspiring to us. And then, or looking overseas, you've got things like Diadelos, Deftones as well. A lot of bands are really doing some. I think Motionless in White have been doing their own thing for a while. August Burns Red does a Christmas mini festival kind of vibe every year.
Yeah.
Not so mini, actually. It's pretty damn big. I would hate to downplay it. So many of our favorite bands will do these things where they really curate an event, and sometimes like a regular recurring event. Just to look at that and go, okay, what would that look like for us? That seems like it's something we're witnessing a lot of other bands do, and you look at it and you go, okay, that's a really cool aspiration to have. We can curate something that gives back to the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
We can not only put on a big show and give a lot of bands that we think are really cool, who are coming up from the local scene into the touring scene, give some of those bands an opportunity to play in front of a lot of people that they might not have played in front of as well. It's really important to us to give back in that way, because we got given some really amazing opportunities coming up by bands who recognized that we were growing and cared enough to throw us on some things and give us those moments. And we really want to give that to the bands that we are excited about, both the smaller bands and the larger bands.
Yep.
And we're fortunate to have so many connections and so many friends in this scene, because the Aussie metal scene is just such an amazing community. So bringing people together for something like that, like there's nothing cooler than walking around backstage at a festival and kind of seeing so many people that you're excited to see and chat with and catch up with. So to facilitate that in itself is just awesome. And then there was, like I said, the fact that that we were able to, with the help of the team at DAL, to put on a there's some bands that had interest in coming over here around this time, and we were able to coordinate, such as We Came as Romans and stuff, who are very good friends of ours. One of the first bands we ever toured overseas with.
Oh, wow.
We love those guys so much. So as soon as that opportunity came up, it's like, absolutely, let's put something together. If they're looking at coming out here, we're looking at putting on an event. We were able to connect those dots and bring together some great friends, some great internationals, and some great locals. And what more can you ask for? And what a privilege to be able to put on something that you can take pride in and say, we helped create and curate this. I think there will be a little bit of something for all fans of different heavy music there. It's quite diverse. So.
It is diverse. I was looking over the lineup and really loved, like you said, mix of smaller bands, bigger bands. You've got bands like Caskets doing post-hardcore, Headwreck doing like this new metal kind of thrashy. Such a good band.
My favorite upcomer.
No, they're so much fun. They did a PS2 case for the latest release. Amazing.
They're so creative. I'll sweat and gush them a little bit. They're awesome, man. They're definitely, I think, one of the most exciting upcoming bands. I put my hand up very early and said I want Headwreck on this show. And I just think they're visually and artistically so exciting and so much fun. They tick so many boxes, and they kind of seem to leave no stone unturned. They're always trying new things and really pushing boundaries. And for a band that's as young as they are, and both young, I believe quite young as people, and also young as a band. To be doing what they're doing, it's honestly, it's really inspiring. It's not every day that you get bands coming up, putting in that much work into so many aspects of what they're doing. Like you said, you've got Caskets, you've got We Came as Romans, you've got Diatus Murder.
Unbelievable.
Sometimes I look at the lineup and I'm like, oh shit, these guys are playing and I forgot about it. You can't even keep track of everything. So
definitely,
it's going to be an overwhelming day, I think.
For sure. Especially, if you're almost the hosts, you've got to kind of keep up with it. It's almost like a wedding where you've got to get around and make sure you say hi to everybody. And
oh, dude, yeah, it is. It's going to feel like we're the host. You're exactly right. We'll be walking around. Hi guys, take a Polaroid, keep moving. No, it won't be like that. I think the hardest thing for me will be not getting stuck in I want to have long chats with everybody. I love so many people there, and it'll be like, oh shit, trying to keep up, trying to make sure I get to see everyone I want to see, and God forbid how I'm going to find the time to even warm up for the show, because there's going to be so many bands to watch and people to catch up with. What an exciting thing to look forward to. I can't believe it's almost here.
And something I need to talk to you about, Linkin Park is my favorite band of all time. I'll be seeing you guys with them, I think 3 times. I'll be over both Melbourne shows and the Adelaide show. Now, did this come about because of the Almost Over Mike Shinoda 2023 set that you were in?
I don't think I can credit that with being the reason, but I like to I like to think that at least it might have kept us on their radar, and especially on Mike's radar. We just, to be able, we had to apply for the support slot just like everybody else. It wasn't and there was a lot of bands applying.
Oh, for sure.
It's a competitive slot. It's kind of the slot of the year. But just for full transparency, we had to go through the official routes like everyone else. There was no background special privileges that I was aware of, at least. It was literally our team came to us and said, so, because we were going, are they bringing out an international? Are they going to pull a sneaky one and bring out, put on some huge band from overseas, or bring out one of the bands that they've got, that they've had in Europe or America? But it seems really cool. They're trying not to just repeat artists.
Definitely.
They're really, and the fact that they were interested in having an Aussie band, I thought that was amazing when I heard that. So exciting, because they don't have to do that. But for them to want to support the Australian metal scene, even just on principle, I think was awesome. The fact that they were taking those submissions. But obviously when our team said, do you want to apply for this? It was like, the best shit in the woods, man. Absolutely. We absolutely want to apply for this. So, and please tell them how very, very much we would like it. I think it's maybe possible that, I do remember when we got to that shoot with Mike Shinoda, which is still kind of one of those things. I'm like, was that a dream? Did that really happen? Did I really
That
Me
was
and a bunch of other cool
so incredible.
Aussie musicians get
Yeah.
to jam with Mike Shinoda and play a Linkin Park song as
Yeah.
well. Like, still blows my mind. But what was so crazy about it was like how engaged and down to earth and wonderful of a guy he was. Like, it's like when he walked in the room, and I finally nervously shook his hand.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Yeah, Mr. Shinoda.
Yeah.
The first thing that he said was like, dude, I just listened to your whole record on the way here, on the plane. I heard you guys might get #1. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I literally was like, cool. Thanks, Mike Shinoda. Like, I couldn't believe it, man. Like, the fact that #1 to even get the invitation to do that, which I was told he kind of handpicked people from a list of people he was given. So that was like the most mind-blowing and, you know, flattering, whatever you want to call it. Like, I didn't even know how to process that concept. But then to have him be so, you know, treat everybody there like he knew who everyone's band was. He was familiar with everyone's work. It was very clear that this is not a guy who was just rock up and play with a bunch of local musicians that someone else has organized for me. It was the furthest thing from that. Like, that guy cares so much about his art and cares so much about other musicians from what I experienced, and was just in terms of the whole I've been really privileged with the people. Like, in any time I've met any heroes of mine, almost 100% of the time I've been really, really fortunate to have, like, most of them are so wonderful. But yeah, in terms of the whole don't meet your heroes thing, Mike Shinoda is probably the best example I can think of. And I have a lot of good examples, but he's one of the top of like, nah, that ain't true at all, man. Like, people like that's a really genuine person who loves this whole world and loves all kinds of music. And so just to have been on his radar in any way, the fact that he had listened to the album, he didn't have to do that. You know, it's like, and I think when we were submitting for the tour, there's a little part of me going, I hope maybe that stuck with him enough.
Yeah.
And look, and who knows if it did or it didn't. I think the main thing is I really do believe that regardless of that, I know that we've got there on our band's merit, and the merit of the merit of the music that we play and record, and the reputation of our live show. That's something I can definitely back us on. I know that we go hard in the paint. You know?
Yes.
We try to get up there and put on the best show that we can and make the best records that we can. And I think we get better with every year. And to have that come to us, it was a really wonderful and validating thing to go, okay, we are on track. We are doing, there's something special. We haven't lost it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not plateauing or fading by any means. I think that was the best thing, was going, holy shit, just when you wonder, like, where do we go from here? You realize the ceiling is lifted. And then it was like, what does this mean for the next couple of years? Where can we go from there? What kind of growth will this allow us? So
definitely, it's hard. It's hard to say you're plateauing when you're looking at a year playing with Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, Linkin Park, and all these giant bands in 1 year. That's giant.
Yeah. It's hard, man. You know, it's trying to create longevity in a metal band is challenging. And we're really lucky to, you know, with each year that goes by, sometimes it's really easy to let yourself sometimes think, is this as good as it gets? Not that would be a bad thing. If it never got any better than this, it'd still be pretty amazing. Yeah. But like, you always want to have something further to aspire to. And sometimes just when you're wondering if the next step is even attainable, every now and then something amazing comes up and gives you that boost and that encouragement to go, okay, we have so much room to grow, and there could be so many more amazing opportunities ahead of us. So yeah, look, who knows? Like you said, these festivals continue to blow our minds, just to get to walk around the same backstages as some of these artists, and be a part of, like, just to feel a part of that sphere, to feel like we still have so much room to grow and such a long way to go. And like, our standards for where we want to be is so high. We'll never stop kind of aspiring to be better and to earn the next step. But to finally go, okay, we're no longer a baby band. We've been here for a minute now. We've been, you know, we're coming towards, what is it? Like, will this be our 14th year as a band, I think?
It's 2012, I think, their first EP. Yeah.
Wow. So to be here and go, okay, we're not we're not going anywhere. Like
Yeah.
we're only going not in the negative sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like we're well and truly established in this world, and the opportunities aren't falling away. They're actually getting bigger and better with every couple of years. And it's nice to have that reassurance, because it's not it's scary to be a part of this world. Sometimes it feels like you could lose everything at any moment. And I think we finally started to go like, to quote a Korn title, we're here to stay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's awesome. So God knows what the next few years will bring.
I was going to say, I think I've got Korn. Oh, there's something in the way. I've got Korn on the wall behind me. favorite bands of mine.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for having the time to chat with me today. Such an exciting year. Huge show for Adelaide this weekend. And then
hell yes,
good luck on an amazing year of touring and festivals. And everyone's looking forward to what's next for Polaris with a release as well.
I hope so. I look forward to sharing it all with you guys. And anyone in Adelaide who still hasn't got a ticket, please get one. Come out, see us. It's going to be a ripping weekend. Come to Life's a Beach in Melbourne if you're in Victoria, or even if you feel like making a little interstate trip. I promise everything that we're doing this year is going to be really special, which is a nice thing to say.
Definitely. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Man, thank you. It's been a lovely chat.